Well, the quite bizarre behaviour from the French government continues. Of course, we've seen the threats to cut electricity supplies, threats from some in France about potential blockades. And now we see in the French government demand basically more British funding to combat illegal immigration. Of course, the whinging looks increasingly ridiculous when you consider the fact that, as Sky News exposed, French police are actually, even when they're on the scene of these illegal crossings, are standing and watching.
We've watched these people, about 40 of them, carrying a very large inflatable boat, putting it in the water, crowding onto it. They're now trying to get the engine working. And they've done all that in full sight of the French police, a unit of whom have been stationed on the beach and have been watching. A police helicopter came overhead and was watching what happened. And they can't say they hadn't been warned, because about half an hour before this, another boat set off. Same thing, same sort of boat, also with about 40 people on it. And it left these shores heading over towards the British coast. And on that occasion too, the French police watched and did nothing.
And yet we've got the French demanding that the British government hands over tens of millions of pounds, even apparently paying what we owe. Well, when you've got a situation where French policemen are seemingly watching illegal immigration go on, I'm not sure funding really is the issue here. But nonetheless, the French Interior Minister quoted as saying, "The British government has not yet paid what it promised us. We call on the British to keep their promise of funding since we are manning the border for them." Well, isn't that very generous of them? He reiterated his claims to Sky News, saying that the UK has not paid one penny to us. They promised and they still haven't paid. Well, they may be talking there about the latest tens of millions of pounds donation that was seemingly on the cards. But as Migration Watch revealed, don't forget, since 2015, the UK has already handed over 100 million quid. And this show us the money demand from France, I think, is looking increasingly ridiculous. Now, the French Interior Minister, quoted by Sky News, is saying, "Not €1 has been sent by the British government following the agreement, much negotiated for many months with Madame Patel. The English are people of honour, and I'm sure it's just a slight delay in their accounting that they'll keep their promise." He says, "We have hired more officers, purchased more technology to protect this border. And if I look back over the last 3 months, over the summer, we've increased the interception of boats from 50% to 65%. It's a good score, and we can reach 100% if the UK gives us what they promised." Well, we know from what we've seen so far this year that the number of crossings, of course, is at a record high. It quadrupled the year before that. So this has continued to escalate. Let me know what you make of this demand by the French government for the British government to hand over tens of millions of pounds. And as ever, guys, make sure you do hit subscribe and the bells. I keep bringing you all the latest right here on my channel. And of course, thanks for watching.